tough call. It's very hard to move something as big and universal as the Olympics. There were some hopes that countries would react faster than they have to the virus, and that perhaps it could be brought under early control. That unfortunately has not happened, and I think it made it inevitable for the IOC and Tokyo to say, look, we can't risk everybody's health at this time by having the games, so let's rejig it for a year from now and hope the virus is under control by then.
Sir, thank you for being on the show, but forgive me for asking this question. When you talk about, it was a tough call, some people would sit up there and think about the fact that, the federal government, state and local officials have been preaching for over a week now about the importance of social distancing. When you listen to some of these Olympic athletes, they talked about working out with one another. They talked about the fact that they would be exposed to one another because obviously they still had to train because they were anticipating that the games would still go on. So in light of that reality, how are you guys feeling right now about the fact that it took you this long to make a decision? Because that's a week, more than a week that's gone by, and potential exposure may have actually taken place because the games had not been postponed or suspended.
Yeah, I think some of those measures by governments have actually predated some of these things, so that the restrictions were already in place, and athletes who are conscious of the risk of the virus were keeping that social distance. It might affect the particular training activities they could do, but our responsibility to everybody was to wait and make sure that there was no likelihood that the games could proceed in July of this year, and then take the decision in cooperation with the Japanese authorities that, okay, the public health issues override even something as important as the Olympics. Let's redo it. We'll come back in a year, hope that the virus is under better control, and we can have the Olympics as an affirmation of the idea that it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. What's really important is how many times you get up and